REKT podcast is brought to you by Honey Miner. Want to start mining, but never had the technical skills or time? Honey Miner is the answer. Honey Miner is a one-click install mining software that downloads directly to your computer and earns you Bitcoin. No more writing scripts or configurations. Just download the desktop app and start mining immediately. What are you waiting for? Go to honeyminer.com and start earning Bitcoin while you sleep today. That's honeyminer.com, on Twitter at GetHoneyMiner, and Telegram at t.me/honeyminer.
I'm Crypto Chamber, and this is alt season.
Hello and welcome to REKT Podcast. I am Bunchu Betts alongside my prestigious colleague and co-host, Crypto Chamber. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good. Just finished a couple of flapjacks with... I like the term flapjacks as opposed to pancakes.
It's a good term. I'm into it.
And then I made, because it was, we're getting into that fall season, I made some... like a nice apple cinnamon topping to go on it, and that was pretty tasty.
Okay, so we're gonna start off the podcast here with a poll that we're gonna put out on Twitter already. Breakfast for dinner, yay or nay? And we're gonna see how the listeners feel about this. I am pro breakfast for dinner.
Oh my goodness! I mean, I don't want to talk to anybody that's not pro breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, don't add us if you're not.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
If you ain't having flapjacks for supper, get the hell out of here. So, all right, well that's good. I had some fall type food this evening as well. My fiance just made a nice butternut squash soup. So shout out to my crypto soup groupers out there. Gonna have some soup there. And then we actually, this weekend, my family threw us a big engagement party, and I have so much leftover food and cake. So I'm gonna stuff my fat face with cake after we get off.
Nice. That's all right. Well, you know what? I actually have a disappointing cake story. It was my mother-in-law's 70th birthday this weekend, so we had a bunch of people over at our place.
Yeah.
And then somebody brought this beautiful cake. I'm a big cake fan.
Me too.
Like a good cake. And they brought this over. They gave me this backstory on it, how there's like this little old lady that used to run a cake shop, and now she just does them from home for like her special occasion kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she took the cake out. It looked beautiful. And it tasted like garbage.
Really? So, what does garbage cake taste like?
So, I'll tell you what, number one
is there
mistake.
such thing as bad cake?
I've been watching a lot of baking shows, like
naturally.
Great Canadian Bake Off and Great British Bake Off. I've been watching those two pretty consistently lately. So, I feel like I'm almost an expert. Right off the bat, I noticed, and what made it look so nice, it had this, like, glistening sheen to it.
Oh, Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, Charlie Sheen. Ooh, he always has a glistening sheen to him. But they had made like a gelatin, almost like translucent layer to make it shinier.
Yeah.
Tasted like that was awful. And then the buttercream had too much butter in it. No, not enough sugar. Tasted like shit. So I have half a cake upstairs.
Hopefully this woman isn't listening to the podcast.
I hope. She's old, so I mean, good on you if you're in crypto already.
If you are and you're listening to this podcast, just take some constructive cake criticism.
This is only to make you better.
Well, we are 3 minutes into this and we are already off the rails. But before we go any further, just a friendly reminder, if you would be so kind to like us and rate us on iTunes, please, if you like what we're doing, give us a 5-star review. If you hate what we're doing, give us a 4-star review. Don't be mean. Give us you can leave in the comments if you want to give us a review. Give us your best cake recipe and tell us, if your buttercream would have less butter than...
Hashtag no fondant.
Oh, no fondant guy,
yeah,
huh?
Nah. Team buttercream.
Team butter. I think that's a much better hashtag.
That is a better
hashtag Team Buttercream is a much better hashtag. That's the hashtag for today's episode. Team
like
Buttercream. You better put that in the post, and we'll actually tweet out. Give us your best cake recipe also. So we got two things going on Twitter now. We're gonna go breakfast for dinner and send us your cake recipes. But anyway, the cake that we had was pretty awesome. But anyway, so yeah, get at us at iTunes. Join us in our Telegram group, t.me/REKT_podcast. And just another friendly reminder that our wonderful sponsor, Honey Miner, is doing a GPU giveaway. They are giving away 2 GPUs on November 16th. They're giving away a 1080 Ti and a Vega 64 or something similar to that. How to enter, go follow at GetHoneyMiner on Twitter. Retweet and like their giveaway tweet and tag 3 of your friends. And the cool thing is, if you tag a friend and they win, but you tagged them first, you also win, which is pretty cool. So that drawing's still going on till the beginning of November. So we will keep reminding you. We want you to get GPUs and start mining stuff. So
tag me so I can win too, please.
Yeah, tag Chamber, tag Chamber's wife, tag tag the old lady.
GPUs.
Tag the old baker lady.
If you're listening, you need a GPU as well.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what I was up to this weekend. We had a big engagement party, lots of family.
What was the best food you had? You said you had a lot of food. Was there a highlight?
We had it catered. Like my parents got food from this Italian place that we always go to, and so there was chicken parm, eggplant parm, penne vodka, this just giant plate of garlic knots, which I was just eating in one bite. And then for the kids, aka me, the large adult baby, a plate of chicken fingers.
Yeah, that's
so
good food.
Ate those for lunch today. Yeah, it was good stuff. And then plenty of cake and dessert and copious amounts of beer and beverages.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was really a good time. So we got a lot of cool engagement presents we've been playing with today. I got the CIA listening device Google Home. And
is that the one that laughs diabolically?
I'm not sure if it was that or Alexa, but I'm going to find out. And then I also, the other fun thing that we've been messing around with all day is a Roomba. So I am now...
You got that too as a gift?
Yeah, I am now into the robot culture.
No kidding.
Robot culture. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get right into the news. So Chamber, we got a couple good news stories today. You want to hit us with one first?
Yeah. So the other day we were talking about Fidelity investments.
We were, and you didn't know who Fidelity was.
Funny thing, I actually saw a commercial the other day for Fidelity. I was like, oh, I know what you do now, sort of. I think they're into crypto.
That's awesome.
So there's a follow-up article today on CCN. Experts are saying Fidelity could single-handedly solidify crypto as a new asset class. That's how much clout they're bringing to this.
That is awesome.
That is pretty awesome. So the Fidelity's stamp of approval, according to BKCM CEO Brian Kelly, the stamp of approval by Fidelity on cryptocurrency as a new asset class has allowed the market to appeal to institutional investors that include hedge funds, pensions, and endowments. So, I mean, this is what we're talking about.
That's pretty cool. Pensions and endowments and all that kind of stuff is pretty cool. I want to be able to take my 401k into Bitcoin.
This is a cool little stat here. 5% of its $5.2 trillion assets under management by Fidelity is the equivalent to around $360 billion. So if they utilize 5% of their portfolio to crypto,
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of cake.
Double. I mean, that's probably, isn't that like basically what our total market cap is right now?
Significantly, that's actually 33% more than that. Or 50% more than that, actually. Sorry.
Wait, what are we at? Four something now, then?
No, I think we're like 220.
Oh, Fidelity is 50% more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I think we're at 220.
So that's pretty awesome. So, we were talking about this last week, and we said, you asked me, hey, is this as big or bigger than the ETF, and I think the verdict could be in that it might be bigger, which is pretty sweet. So that's awesome. So good news to start us off here. I've got some interesting news here as well. So this is a crypto-ish story, but it caught my attention because as we know, I am the gambler of the podcast. So this story caught my eye. There is a big online sports book called Five Dimes. If you do any betting online, you probably are aware with this. Is
that owned by 50 Cent?
Yeah, that's 5 dimes worth. 50 cents is 5 dimes. Well, yeah, his cousin 10 Nickels might own part of it as well.
They just call him Nick for sure.
Yeah, 10 Nickels. 10 Nickels. Anyway, so the owner, his name is Tony Creighton, age 42, of Morgantown, West Virginia. So this is a sports book run out of Costa Rica, and he was said to have been traveling through San Isidro Heredia.
Yeah.
And right, yeah, of course. Driving a Porsche Cayenne Turbo on September 25th, when upwards of 5 men intercepted the vehicle, and Tony was then apprehended. And then I guess these guys got in contact with his wife, and Tony's wife claims to have paid a $750,000 ransom via Bitcoin and has yet to hear back from the captors. So the guy, I guess, got kidnapped. They asked him for a ransom in Bitcoin of $750K, which seems low to me, quite honestly.
Didn't want to go to the full mill.
Yeah, I guess, they really
so close.
Right. So, but I guess, and the guy has not been heard from since. So, he's
can't negotiate with kidnappers. That's rule number 1.
Right.
Just cut your ties with your husband. It's done.
Well, he probably.
And she's down $750,000. Should have just kept that money.
The other theory is that he possibly
set it up,
faked his own death. Yes. But, it says that the police think they might have found a body, whatever. But that would be obviously very sad if so. But I think the big thing here is that people are still asking for ransoms in Bitcoin. And then just a separate story about kind of the same thing is there was a murder last week in Norway, and or I think it was in Norway, and the title here is it says Norway Bitcoin investor murder, the suspects on the run wanted by Interpol. And so this guy, he met up with somebody for a cash for Bitcoin trade. So basically,
what is this, 2012?
Yeah, the Oslo Police Department released the name and photo of the suspect they believe is behind the grisly murder of Hickey Borland Palto, the 24-year-old cryptocurrency investor who was murdered last week shortly after completing a sizable cash for Bitcoin trade. So basically, this guy sold some Bitcoin for cash, and then the guy killed him and took his cash. So they think
they've dangerous out there.
That's what I mean. Like, funds ain't Safu, and
not Safu.
And you need to, like I always see these like Instagram posts of these people wearing shirts that say like Bitcoin millionaire or whatever and stuff on them, and I'm like, okay,
rob me, please.
Yeah, basically it's just a sign that says.
Do you have any Bitcoin T-shirts or hoodies or?
I do. I have a Bitcoin hat. It's just a navy blue hat with the Bitcoin logo on it. Yep. And
that's not. If you don't know what you're looking at, that could be anything.
Right.
I guess.
It's not too egregious or over the top. It was actually made for me. By Listen Destro at Listen Destro. Yep, our buddy Destro out there.
He didn't make me anything.
Well, I bought it from him, obviously.
Oh, okay.
And from his store, Uptown Robot. Yep. So shout out Destro.
Uptown Robot's that's a nice site.
Uptown Robot gonna give it to you.
Yeah, they will.
Uptown.
Well, they're not give it to you. You'll have to pay for it. Then they'll give it to you.
No, then they'll give it to you. Right? Exactly. I actually also had him make me a onesie for my newborn nephew at the time.
Nice.
It said "Swaddle and Hoddle."
Nice. I like it.
SWADL.
That's really good,
Yeah, that was my brainchild on that one. So.
I bought I don't have any any paraphernalia with Bitcoin on it, but because I felt bad about getting my dad into Bitcoin in December. Actually, no, I didn't feel bad because I think I got him this for Christmas. So newly appointed Bitcoin millionaire, my father, I got him a Breaking Bitcoin T-shirt.
Oh, it's boy. Like Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it was great.
That's
perfect.
Cool.
So now he just wears it. I think just sadly walks around the house with it on. So I have to get him some new stuff. Like I sold the bottom or something like that.
Right, like Michael Cera in Arrested Development, where he walks around sadly to the Charlie Brown theme music. Yeah.
Maybe Bitcoin broke me as opposed to breaking.
Oh, that's it. That's a good one. Yep.
I like
for sure. Cool. You got one more for us?
I do have one more. Binance increases anti-fraud measures with Chainalysis partnership. So crypto compliance obviously is a big thing worldwide. Binance is currently the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by volume. And it's continued to expand various international markets, being required to comply with each jurisdiction's anti-money laundering, AML, and KYC rules. So I think we were chatting before. They could, like right now, you can get away with going on Binance and having a daily limit of withdrawing Bitcoin of 2 Bitcoin per day, without having to do KYC. And I was I was telling you before the show, back in I don't know, maybe January. I thought to myself, because I was such an amazing trader and genius and whatnot, and I was going to be super rich, that 2 Bitcoin a day for withdrawal was not enough. I needed the 100 Bitcoin a day maximum. So I did the KYC for Binance. But don't you hate doing the KYC? You got to always like lift up your picture and sign the date, and you look like an asshole. Somebody looks through your phone and sees like just pictures of you holding a sign
that says,
"I'm an asshole."
Yeah, basically it says "rob me" like the shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's pretty funny. Yeah, but I mean, the KYC definitely something that I think is going to just keep coming and and eventually I don't think you're going to be able to
Did
avoid
you do the Beaksy KYC yet?
I sure did, and it was pretty darn easy, actually.
That was the first thing I noticed. I'm like, because I was ready to take the stupid picture. Didn't need to take a stupid picture.
No, you needed their driver's license picture.
Driver's license. Yeah. It was super easy.
So
way better.
Yeah, that was so like when I've tweeted a couple times about Beaksy, and you actually get I think for a couple more days if you sign up and do their KYC, you can get 50 Beaksy tokens. Yep. And then I had tweeted about it, and a couple people had said, I would use it if it wasn't for the KYC, and like I said here, I think you're going to see it. Now you're seeing it in Binance.
If people think they're gonna not have KYC like in the next 6 months to a year,
I think you're mistaken.
You're out to lunch. Yeah, right. I mean, you're gonna have to do
KYC.
KYC.
Out to lunch where? That doesn't sound terrible.
Out to bad lunch.
Okay.
I don't know, just a bad area.
But yeah, so I mean, all these exchanges are eventually going to have them. I know Bittrex has always kind of had it. I've had to do it for them. I had to do it for a couple others, but but that's where we're headed here in this. And I think people obviously want to stay anonymous, and they don't want to have have people have all their information out there and everything. Right. But I think it's a good thing eventually. It's just it's all legitimizing.
Yeah, the more legitimate it gets, the more money comes into the space. I mean, that's it. Right. It's pretty simple.
Right. Hashtag Team Buttercream.
Team Buttercream is the next shirt I'm going to buy.
Hashtag no fondant.
No fondant. Get that shit out of here.
So, like, the thing about fondant, just obviously I'm getting off track again.
No, it's all right.
It looks great.
Oh,
it
my
doesn't
goodness.
taste great.
No.
It's,
It does not taste great.
But it makes you
right.
be able to do stuff with a cake like artsy that you would never be able to do before with buttercream,
Absolutely. Can't disagree there, but I want to eat the shit out of that cake.
Right.
I don't want to look at it.
Right. I hear you. The cakes are for eating.
Yeah. Fondant gets in my way.
Cakes are for eating or having people pop out of. That's right. Those are the only two uses I know for cake. Those are the only two cake uses that I know. Anyway, that'll do it for our news. We are going to do something interesting that we found here. By the way, I did forget to mention we are obviously without Cynthia again today. So
she was out driving around trying to find a Wi-Fi spot.
Yeah, why don't you tell them what happened? So
yeah, we were about to get started. She lives in Florida. I mean, enough said, right?
Yeah. Hashtag Gator. Last week she had the Gator flu.
Yeah. Apparently she messaged us in our group message about an hour before we started, saying that her Wi-Fi wasn't working and she was driving to a Starbucks and then drove to Starbucks, said the Wi-Fi signal wasn't strong enough, so she tried the Walgreens and then bailed. Apparently 2 stops was the maximum she was willing to try.
That's probably 2 more than I would have.
Yeah, 100%.
So A for effort there for Cynthia.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so we are going to try something different that we just kind of found on the fly here. We are going to test our knowledge and take a Bitcoin crypto quiz. So we found this quiz here, if I can find it on my. All right, here we go. From www.cryptocompare.com/quiz. So there's a couple quizzes on here that test your knowledge of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So there is 3 levels of this Bitcoin quiz. So there's a beginner, an intermediate, and a master level here. And then there's an Ethereum beginner quiz as well. We are going to take the Bitcoin beginner quiz and let's see
baby steps.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's just not embarrass ourselves right off the bat. Let's see if we can even pass this.
We're editing this out if this doesn't end well.
It could end very poorly, so let's see. We might actually have to retire from podcasting because we we never claim to be experts. We'll
start an It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast or something.
Yeah, exactly. Or some kind of comedy and cake podcast. Comedy and cake is that's a good one, actually.
I like it.
So this is the Bitcoin beginner. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to read the question and the answers to Chamber. We are going to try to agree on an answer. If we cannot, we will answer separately. And there are 15 questions here, so we're going to take them. So the first question here, what is, or I guess was, is the way it should be written, what was the Bitcoin block reward in 2015? Is it 50, 30, 25, or 20? Now, this question makes me sick right off the bat.
What year?
2015. But this question makes me sick right off the bat because just to think at any one time I could have mined 1 block and gotten any of these amounts of Bitcoin.
Kidding, right?
That I could have got any of these amounts for Bitcoin is a absolute travesty. I was just 2 years too late. But do you have a guess here? Because I'm not sure.
I know that I think 2017 was a Bitcoin halving.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. So I think it went to 25 in the last halving.
That's what I think too. I was gonna say it's.
So I think it's 50.
I think so too. I'm willing to put that down as an answer. I was gonna be between 50 and 25. So, which means at the next halving, if
It's
we're
12 and a
correct,
half.
it'll be 12 and a half. And I think that's right.
That sounds right.
I think that's right. So let's lock in 50.
I hope like people are just laughing at us right now.
Probably. So
Like
that's why
smart
this
people.
is funny, right? And we're a bunch of idiots. But
Yeah.
look, we just weren't around in 2015.
Yeah.
So we
Go easy on us.
I don't know. Yeah. Say hi to your mother for me. I was doing that impression all weekend on the drive home
So
to Jersey
good.
with my fiance. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's me, Mark Wahlberg." Hey, Laura, I was in The Happening. You see that movie? Say hi to your mother for me. Anyway, question 2, what are the accepted Bitcoin tickers / currency codes? So the answers are BTC or BIT, BIT or XBT, BCN or LCT, or BTC or XBT. I think
All
we
right.
both know the answer to that.
I mean,
correct?
I recently just started playing around with BitMEX.
So there you go.
That's how I got the second part.
Got it. So we are locking in the answer BTC or XBT, correct?
You got it. You got
Okay, perfect. Question 3. Who invented Bitcoin? Is it Satoshi Nakamoto, Donald Trump, the CIA, or Mark Andreessen?
Obviously, it was the CIA.
I mean, I think there are a conglomerate out there that probably does believe that.
Yeah.
So, but
Something tells me I think Cynthia believes that.
she probably would believe this. And as much as I want to say Donald Trump, because he invented a great currency, a real great currency. It's the best. Everybody knows it.
Sticks. It's gonna give sticks to each other.
We are locking in Satoshi Nakamoto as the inventor of Bitcoin, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Question 4. Is Bitcoin anonymous? So the answer choices here are yes, it's completely anonymous. No, it's completely non-anonymous. Sort of. If people know your address, they can see what you've spent. Sort of. If people know your address, they know where you live. I think that's true, but not.
Both C and D are correct.
Yeah, there's no option for
No,
C and D.
I think C is the correct answer. If they know your address, they can see the transactions you make.
Correct. And so all those Bitcoin kidnappers out there should take this quiz, because I believe they think it is completely anonymous. I believe it's a common misconception of newbies.
I thought that when I first got into Bitcoin.
Yeah, and everybody says, if you're if drugs and money laundering and all that kind of stuff, like, you would expect it to be anonymous, no? Okay. Question 5. What can't you pay for with Bitcoin? The answer here, choices are property, university fees, you can buy almost anything, or other cryptocurrencies or assets. I feel like we're getting this one wrong.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, those answers are pretty vague.
what was C again?
You can buy almost anything. Like, I feel like that's got to be the right answer. Why not?
Because it's true. You can buy almost anything. Like, people have purchased houses with Bitcoin. I think
So
there's
if
Bitcoin University now.
Right. So if there's 2 of these answers that are true, it has to be C. You can buy almost anything, right?
Yeah.
So you can definitely buy other cryptocurrencies or assets, and I'm going to say that you can buy property because we've heard about it.
Yeah, I definitely seen stories.
So I would say you can buy almost anything. That's a really crappy answer, but all right. We're going with that?
Yeah.
All right. Question 6. What is hashing? Answer possibilities are... I think we're going to get this right just by... wow, these people really hate Donald Trump. The answers are a way of selling drugs on the dark net, Donald Trump's mental process.
I'm just going to hash it out.
Just hashing it out. A one-way conversion of a string to another string, or coding in Bitcoin using C hashtag.
I think I'm going to go with D.
Is it D or C? I don't know what
what's
C
again?
really means. A one-way conversion of a string to another string.
That sounds like telephone with the cans.
So, all right, we're going with coding. but I don't think that's right.
No,
because like your hash, like when you're talking about mining and stuff, it's about solving the equation. Like the hash rate is how fast, like how fast you can solve it, right?
Yeah. So is it? Like,
but so I don't know if that means it's coding
solving
or not.
the hashing? Is solving like another word for hashing? Is that?
Well, when you talk about how fast you're, what's your hash rate? It's talking about how fast you can potentially solve these blocks. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that answer's not in the 4.
No, so either I don't know what I'm talking about, or I don't know. What are we going with? You want to go with coding?
Yeah, let's go coding.
I kind of want to go the other way, but
let's go the other way. We'll
go coding. We'll go coding. I'm fine on this. I'm not dying.
The string thing confuses me. It just sounds like two kids playing with soup cans.
Right. What? Oh man, this is very old. This quiz. So sorry, Crypto Compare. You need to update your damn quiz. What was Bitcoin's highest price? 500, 800, 1,000, 12, or 1,000 or 1,200?
1,200.
So, well, I guess we have to say 1,200.
Yeah.
All right. You need to update your shit, Crypto Compare. What technology is Bitcoin built on? This is question 8. The famous Volkswagen Eco engine, JavaScript, telepathy, or the blockchain?
All right, come on. That's an easy one.
Blockchain. Right. When was Bitcoin software first released? 2002, 2009, 2012, 2001?
2009.
2009, coming up on a 10-year anniversary. We should probably do something fun for our 10-year anniversary.
Do we know what day in 2009? I was here 2009.
It's January. It's like very beginning of January, isn't it?
So cool. Yeah, so that's really coming up.
I think it's like right after the New Year. I want to say it's like January 8th. I feel like I should know that. But somewhere in January here.
Maybe we can get Satoshi on.
I think we should. We should try to get Satoshi on. You think he's available?
And by that I mean Craig Wright.
Right, of course. Yeah, right, exactly.
That'd be funny if we got Craig Wright though on the 10-year anniversary.
I don't think he would want anything to do with us.
No, I do. Usually when I talk to Australian people too, I put on a fake accent that's very offensive.
Can I hear it?
Let's no, I'm just joking.
Come on. Come on.
I can't do it. No, it's
come on, throw another shrimp on the Barbie or something for me.
I actually can't do an Australian.
Oh, come on.
It was part of a bit.
All right, so while
you caught me.
While you were saying that, I looked it up. The Genesis block of Bitcoin was January 3rd, 2009. The Bitcoin released and announced was January 9th, so I was close with the 8th. And the first Bitcoin transaction in block 170 was from Satoshi to Hal Finney in January 12th.
Satoshi, is he the one that passed away?
Yes. So
he would have known the answer to this, but
I think some people think he could potentially be Satoshi.
Because wasn't there? Correct me if I'm wrong, but as per the documentary Banking on Bitcoin, wasn't there a Satoshi Nakamoto that lived
around him, like within like 2 blocks? I thought it was like really close to him.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought it was really close to him.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, question 10 here. Who was the CEO of Mt. Gox? Mark Karpelès, Ross Ulbricht, Jeremy Corbyn, or Dorian Nakamoto? Do you know this?
So who
was the CEO of Mt. Gox that lost our buddy Crypto Chris Walken 1,000 Bitcoin?
Say the names again. I feel like I know it.
Mark Karpelès, Ross Ulbricht, Jeremy Corbyn, or Dorian Nakamoto? I know it, so I want to see your guess.
I think it's A.
It is A.
Okay.
Yes, it is A. So, question 11 here. What is a Bitcoin wallet? A way of storing your Bitcoins, a way of hiding how many Bitcoins you have from other people, a means of keeping your Bitcoin legally, a way of sending your Bitcoins through government-approved pathways, or E, that empty thing in my drawer.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. The paperweight on my desk.
I mean, it's got to just be a way of storing your Bitcoins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to, because it's not hiding from people. It's keeping your Bitcoin legally. I guess it's both of those things, though. But, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, next question 12 here. How many Bitcoins will there ever be? 10 million, 10 million, 14 million, 50 million, 21 million.
21 million.
21 million. Correct. Well, I agree. Which famous boxer owns a Bitcoin ATM company? Vladimir Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko, David Hain, or Mike Tyson? Do you know this one?
I have one question. Are all four of those guys boxers?
I would assume so. Yes.
Okay. I know Mike Tyson.
And I know Vladimir Klitschko. But
okay. No, I thought that was like a Vitalik Buterin.
Well, I don't know the second one. The second Klitschko, I'm not sure if I know. But so my guess would probably be between the two of them. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with.
Well, is it Mike? It's not Mike Tyson.
I don't think so. I think we would know that.
Yeah, I feel like. All right, so we're going with Vlad Klitschko. Yeah, I don't know if that's right. That's a guess. So we out here guessing now. Question 14. Who is a main Bitcoin developer / contributor? Gavin Andreessen, Harry Potter, John Williams, or Peter Hart? I have no clue.
Gavin Andreessen, no?
You want to
that's the name I know in crypto.
Well, no, hold on, because there was an Andreessen up top that was not a Gavin. It was hold on,
Andreessen Horowitz.
No, that's different.
Another person? Am I just?
This was Mark Andreessen.
Oh, jeez.
Earlier
in the show. You said.
Gavin.
Oh shit! Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's go with it. I don't know. I feel like maybe maybe they're brothers or something. Maybe. Let's guess that.
Andreessen is definitely a last name.
I'm into it. All right. How often does the Bitcoin block reward have? 2 years, or 100,000 blocks, every 210,000 blocks, or every 4 years. It doesn't, or every 6 months, or 25,000 blocks.
I think it's every 4 years.
I believe so as well. All right, here are the results.
What did we do?
Yikes, let's see here. Oof. We got...
Oof. I thought we were like, at least, I would guess...
All right, how many do you think we got wrong?
Well, before you made those sounds, I would have guessed like... It's out of what, 15?
Yeah.
I would have said at least 12 out of 15.
That is what we got.
Okay, good. All right.
We got 12 out of 15.
Okay, all right.
We got 12 out of 15.
I thought you were going to come at me with an 8 or something like that.
So, the ones we got wrong, what was the Bitcoin block reward in 2015, which we kind of assumed we may get wrong, but I thought we
were close. I thought that would have been good.
Yeah. The answer was 25, not 50.
So, it just have... to 12 and a half then?
I guess so. Well, no, I guess it would be because it's every 4 years.
4 years, right? 2019 or 2009, 2013, 2017, 2021.
Right. Yeah. So, but the answer was 25 in 2015.
So now it has to be. So now it's 12 and a half, is what we're saying.
Yeah. Yes.
So it halved in 2013 from 50 to 25.
Yeah. I believe so.
Okay.
Guess what other one we got wrong? The one that I wanted to go the other way on.
I told you which way.
What is hashing? A one-way conversion of string to another string. So that one we were right there. And which famous boxer owns a Bitcoin ATM company? It was Mike Tyson. Yes.
Oh, I feel like we would have heard more of this.
I didn't think it was him either. But so that's what we got. What's the percentage there? What's a 12 out of 15?
It's like 83% maybe? How is that?
80. It's an 80%. So that's a passing grade. That's a B.
Oh my goodness, I take that all day long.
B's get degrees.
They sure do.
Actually, C's get degrees, but
don't D's get degrees too? If we're being honest, I'm not sure.
I don't know. C's definitely get degrees. B's are for me's, and A's are. I was actually a pretty good student most of my life, so I was in that A range. But
good for you.
So that's our crypto quiz. That was fun. So next time we will take going forward here. We'll take the intermediate level next time and see how we do, and then we'll take the master one, and you guys can learn with us. Or if you just whooped the shit out of us, you might have. I feel like the one that everybody would have known that we probably should have known was the block reward one. Like,
yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that's on us.
The other ones were, if you didn't think it was Mike Tyson, you're gonna get that wrong. And then the hashing one, we literally talked about for 2 minutes and tried to, and we were on the right. Could have been better. Yeah, we were on the right answer there. We were just teetering. But anyway, that was the quiz. We will get to the next one, the intermediate one, another time. For now, we are going to hit up the REKT index.
Brutal, savage, REKT.
Chamber, give us the update. We are looking good.
We're not looking bad, I'll tell you that much.
We ain't looking bad.
I announced earlier this is now alt season. I've declared it. It is official, people. We can all rejoice and celebrate. So yeah, we're up. I want you to take a guess. How much are we up in BTC on the portfolio since day one?
I believe now. Let me see if I actually pay attention to anything you say on this podcast. I believe last week we were up around 10% in BTC. Yeah. So I think we've had a good week here with, I think, Quant did more quant stuff. I think Raven did pretty well for us. So I'm gonna say we're up 20%.
23.81%.
Wow, that's awesome.
Not bad.
We're probably still. We're actually. That means we're probably close to even, if not a little up on our dollar.
So very close. We're actually just down 1.5% on the U.S. dollar.
Wow, that's amazing.
And considering when we started, the Bitcoin value was much higher than it was currently. I think it was in the sevens.
I think it was. I think I looked not too long ago. I think for some reason like 73.
Yeah,
is like sticking out in my head.
Yeah, I agree.
Somewhere around there.
So looking pretty good. But like you said, Quant doing its Quant. I don't know what it does. Quants. Come
on, you're supposed to know what you're supposed to know what Quant does. This was your bold prediction.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I look at market cap and potential. That's what I look at. Quant's doing all right. Quant's. I don't want to tell you. It's almost that it's taking up a pretty sizable portion of our portfolio here.
Yeah, and we're up almost a 7x on it. Is that correct?
You want to know what we're up for real? We are up USD.
Well, no, hold on. Don't we just give us the percentage.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Obviously, I don't want to tell how rich we are.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. Or how poor.
So yeah, exactly. So USD we're up 865%.
USD 8. Oh my God.
Yeah, but
we still never sold it. We still never sold it. We were at a 5x when we were having our heated debate.
Ethereum were 1,216%.
Holy
That's a
cow.
13x, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not bad.
So when we first released our first show, the close was actually, that was a $5,800 day.
Oh, really?
But
hopefully I bought that day.
But hold on, remember, we didn't start the REKT index till probably
maybe
buying them probably a month in. So in July 28th, a month later, we were at 8,200.
Really?
8,235. July 28th.
Seems like so long ago.
I know.
8,200.
Nice little tweezer top here at 8,500 on July 24th.
Nice technical term.
Yeah. Hey, did you get any of those baby pips courses
Not
in?
Not yet. Oh, I've been swamped, but it is on my to-do list. I have it saved in my Bitcoin stuff folder. But no, it's
so what other ones we got? So we got Quant, we got Raven.
Tomo's, it's plateaued now, but it did very well. But Raven is doing exceptionally well. Bat.
Yeah, Bat.
Doing well.
Oh, by the way.
Pundi X.
Yep, Pundy had a good day. What's doing the worst?
XDNAs had a 30% day, but it's pretty bad still. Towards the bottom, Z Classic, Big Crystals, Nebulous, Digibyte. Again, these are
Big
smaller.
Crystals is toast. I mean, we're just holding that forever now.
Yeah, but that's about it. Even the ones lower down, a lot of that's just due to when we purchased them. We were using a smaller percentage at the time.
Right.
So not necessarily doing bad. They're just lower percentage of our total portfolio.
So just as a update from last episode, we tweeted out yesterday, which will be available on Coinbase first, BAT or XLM, and which is Stellar. Yeah. And so I had
how many votes do we have, by the way?
We had a lot of votes.
That's
impressed.
The most votes I've ever seen.
Yeah, you guys are killing it. I was impressed with the number here, and we actually were pretty close here. So you picked Stellar, I picked BAT. 443 votes thus far, with about 1 day and 18 hours left. I am currently in the lead by a pretty slim margin, 54% to 46%. So that's pretty interesting. So we've had a lot of feedback on this one, but I'm out to a 8% lead with a day remaining. So we will see how that closes. But based on the growth, somebody said, "Yeah, can't you tell by the insider trading?" You never know, maybe. So, but anyway, all right, that's the REKT index, and that's going to do it pretty much for us. So we've got a couple cool things coming up this week. We were supposed to have a guest today, but the guest was not able to have a Google ready device. So we did not have a guest today. So we're going to have one. We are going to have a dual show this week on Thursday with the Coin Boys, so that'll be great. Fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yep. And then next week we have some awesome guests coming on as well. So we will be back to guests episodes and not just me and Chamber over the next couple episodes.
They've been fun though, but yeah, we got to get some guests on. We got to have.
Yeah, I like doing these. We end up having to be creative with what we do as our segments, so they're fun. But anyway, I will leave you not with a BitMEX REKT of the week. This is the Ripple REKT of the week. So I saw this on LinkedIn. It looks like it originally comes from Ramp Capital. If you bought $1,000 worth of the cryptocurrency Ripple in January, it would now be worth $79. If you bought $1,000 worth of Bud Light in January, drank all the beer, and traded in the cans for a nickel deposit, you would have $79.
That is insane. That's crazy.
Dude, that is insane.
That is so funny.
It's crazy.
Before we go to, I just finished watching.
What do you think $1,000 worth of beer is, though? Bud Light. I mean,
how many beers can you get for $1,000?
Yeah, so you got to figure what, like a 30-pack of Bud Light is around probably about $22. Does that
30?
sound about right?
Well,
let's call it 20.
It's a little bit more expensive here in Ontario.
Okay, but let's call it 25 for easy math, right? So 1,000 divided by, so you could buy 40 30-packs. So 40 times 30 is 1,200 beers. So that would be, you'd have to, so you're buying 1,200 beers for $1,000 that is now worth $79 if you got all the nickels back.
That's pretty crazy.
If you're 50 cents cousin 10 nickels.
Right.
What were you saying before that?
I was going to say, because it's Halloween, I like to I watch a lot of television or Netflix.
Yeah, same.
And I just finished a terrific show.
Did you watch this haunted house one? Is that what you're talking about?
Have you watched this yet?
Not yet. I loved it.
I loved it.
You did.
It's called The Haunting at Hill House.
Yep.
So Hill House is, people have done the story of Hill House a couple of times. Like House on Haunted Hill is about Hill House. Hill House is like,
okay, it's the same house.
But not the same story.
Right.
So there's just kind of like that's the theme, and then, but I'm telling you, so good. So
I saw. So I haven't watched it yet. I've been trying to find some time to do so. But I'm into stuff like that, and
it's not too scary either.
Oh, see, I saw an article that said it was like legitimately terrifying.
So I know, like, I watch a lot of horror movies, and I talk horror movies with a lot of people, and some people don't say, oh, I don't like blood and guts and all that fun stuff, right? And I really don't like that either. I like a good scare, but even this I wouldn't say had a ton of jump scares. I just thought it was just super well done, like just scary enough where you can kind of watch it with your spouse or significant other who may not necessarily like that kind of stuff too much, and they could have, they would be scared, but not like, I don't want to watch this anymore. You know what I mean? And the story was phenomenal. But yeah, you got 2 more weeks before Halloween, or not even, give or take 10 days. You can crush through that. It's 10 episodes. It was really, really good. Also, finished season 2 of Big Mouth on Netflix. If you're not involved in Big Mouth, man,
it's the thing I need to get on next.
I would recommend the Haunting at Hill House more just because of the time of the year. But as soon as that's done, you got to watch Big Mouth. I mean, it's up there. It is so funny and so good. My wife and I talk about when our kids get to an age where you have to talk puberty with them.
You're gonna just watch this show.
It describes puberty so well for both boys and girls. There's a lot of awkwardness to it, where you might be sitting down and watching with your significant other, and like, should we be seeing this right now?
Right.
There's a few of those moments where you feel like, good thing I'm not a gross pervert, because this would be weird. But yeah, totally good though. 2 good shows. But Halloween, Haunting at Hill House, you got to watch it.
Awesome. So there's the Crypto Chamber Netflix recommendations of the week. We talk a lot of television and entertainment on this show as well.
You should be entertained by something we do on this podcast.
Yeah, right. There's something for everybody. And speaking of entertainment, I am about to go watch the Giants game, and we're going to get our butts kicked. Yep. So
I got to stay up another 5 hours to catch the end of the Laker game that starts.
No, hard pass.
It's a tough life, but somebody's going to live it.
It is. A West Coast sports team is a tough life. But anyway, until next time, we will be back with the Coin Boys next on Thursday. But until then, don't get wrecked, and that is financial advice.